up, Mastermind?
It's on.
Timer, start. Something 7.
What's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to another episode of the Red Pool Table Talk. I'm here with my fellas from M3.
Yes,
We're gonna go ahead and get into another topic. If y'all like what we're doing, man, go ahead and like and subscribe, and just keep tuning in, spreading the word, man. If it's something that you want to hear or hear us talk about, you know, reply in the comments, and then we'll definitely try to touch on what you thinking or whatever. But we're gonna go ahead and start by letting them introduce themselves, and we'll go ahead and get started on our topic, which is the compound effect.
What's good, man? This is your boy Frank. I think you heard this before, but I'm going to repeat it. And I'm going to try to keep this short. This is your boy Frank, co-owner and co-founder of FD Building LLC, plus, you know, 2 other LLCs, but we just keep that.
What's up, y'all? This Artavius White. I'm the founder of Transformation Landscaping, 1/5 owner of Mastermind Millionaire.
Oh, I left that part out. Also a member of Mastermind.
Hey.
Marquise Roberts, owner of Finishing Touch Interior Carpentry, based out of Atlanta, Georgia. Also 1/5 of M3.
Dre White, that's Dre White Vlogs on all social media platforms, and I am co-owner of FD Building LLC, 1/5 of Mastermind Millionaires. Follow the kid.
Alright, and I'm your host, Ben Tavius Trauma, owner of Applying Pressure, also 1/5 of M3. Alright, so y'all, we're gonna go ahead and jump right into it. Our subject today is the compound effect.
Yes, sir.
The meaning, I go ahead and say it, is the effects of small, everyday choices that compound over time, leading to your success or your disasters. So it is a positive and a negative side to this term. So it also is depending on the choices that you make throughout your life. Alright, so let's just get right into it. Can y'all tell me some experiences that you all may have had with using the compound effect, and what effect did using the compound effect have on, like, maybe your business or an investment or anything like that? So, okay, yeah, let's start with Frank. Let's start with Frank.
Oh, you got it, Dre.
Go ahead, Dre.
I applied the compound effects working out. You see the boy got yeah, but you know, when you just start working out, like, you're not seeing, you know, the results already. Because I know most people work out for the results or to relieve stress, but you're not like seeing the results right away. So just like trying to do little workouts. So I started setting little goals. So at first I was running 2 laps once a week. Then I slowly increased it. So I started running 3 laps, 4 laps, 5 laps, you know, not 5 laps, 5 times. Yeah, so I started out doing 2 times a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then I slowly increased it based off of, you know, like my stamina and feeling like that I can take on more. So just using the compound effect to change the way that I work out. And now, after working out consistently for 9 months now, I'm just now starting to see the results, starting to reach my goal weight. I reached my goal weight last week, and I'm still able to, you know, to decide that I want to go down more and then build back up, you know. But at first, thinking that I would get to 185, it wasn't possible, you know, because I was coming from 196, and every time I would work out, I would be stuck at 190 to 194. But applying the compound effect and consistently working out, that gap got me to my goal weight.
Yeah, exactly. That makes sense. Yeah, the more, like I said, a little bit at a time overcomes everything at the end, because you actually meet your goal just by stacking a little bit at a time, which is your weight. Okay.
Building on it,
Exactly. Anybody else?
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, we talked about it a little bit on our last talk, where I think I said it was when you put a little bit of effort into something in the beginning, you continue to make small goals and small accomplishments. That helps compound things for you also, because you're seeing those wins and you're seeing, you know, the lessons that you learned in between that space.
Right.
But you know, in applying that to business, you can look at things like, I want to have a business. Let me put some money inside to get an LLC. Make that a small goal accomplishment. Boom, I got my LLC. Okay, or even before that, make a business plan. That's something that's free. Write a business plan up, You know, you could do that in your time, in your downtime, and then set the next goal. I want to start an LLC, and then little wins like that helps you continue to build towards the big goal.
Yeah, exactly. So it sounds like, go ahead.
I would say that I use a compound effect by like just really kind of changing my life. Like just started. I had to start off as getting a job before when I first started my business. You know, I had to work 2 jobs, and I just I compounded that good work ethic to the point where I could quit one job, and I compounded that, putting the money back into my business, and I was able to quit my second job, and then now I'm working full time for myself, and now it's like using that compound effect to grow my business. So it's basically the little steps that I'm making, those are compounding against each other to create something better. So you know, I would say I use that to basically get my financial freedom that I was looking for.
It's a good way of putting it. Mm-hmm. It really was. What about you, Frank? What you think?
I mean, compound effect. I believe it work for you. I mean, it works for you both ways. It can be in a positive way or negative way.
Yeah.
You know, it's just anything you do, you know, repeatedly, you know, will end up with, will give you a result. It may be the result you want or a result you do not want.
Yes.
You know, so
it works both ways.
yeah, it works for you both ways. So if you want to accomplish something, you know, with everything you do daily, you know, that will propel you to that. You know, it will basically, you know, it will be stacking up, building upon each other daily, you know, daily to get you where where you want to be. In like manner, I will use the people you hang around or the decision you make. You know, because you know, I think when you started, you said something about choices. You know, the choices you make, you know, will compound over time. You know, so yeah, you know, so you know, if you decide, you know, I will hang out, you know, with these group of people, you know, and we'll do the same thing every day, although it's not anything that's getting, that's going to take me to, the way I want to, take me to what I want to achieve. You know, those things you do every day, you know, whether it's just chilling, you know, just, you know, having loose conversation here, you know, that's not really positive. Mm-hmm. You know, if you're around negative people every time, every day, you know, people saying something negative to you, you know, or you're sitting just talk about other people, mm-hmm. You know, eventually, you know, you will start doing the same thing because the information that you have received from them have compounded over a period of time. Mm-hmm. You know, that's why the Bible says that bad communication corrupts good manner. You know, so, you know, the more you hear it, you know, you're gonna start doing it. Yeah. You know, in like manner, you know, with us in this cycle where, you know, everybody in here is of the same mindset. You know, we think the same. Everything we do is all about, positivity. Yeah. So as we hang around each other, we only get strong, you know, when they grow, because everything we hear, you know, as it may be today, but it builds us up, you know, to who we want to be tomorrow.
So the compound,
you know,
exactly.
You know,
exactly. I think also just to kind of break it down for everybody, I think the term compound effect is meant to be positive. All right, so to basically break it down for the people out there who really still don't understand the definition of like compound effect, it's basically really just growth, things you do over time. You know what I'm saying? Just basically taking advantage of like having good habits of doing things throughout your daily routine to help you just reach your goal to where you're trying to be in life, your business, your family, wherever you're trying to be. If you just add those small good things, you know, it's gonna bloom, it's gonna blossom one day. So basically compound effect is really just the growth of everything by putting something little at a time, and it just compounding over time.
This can work with you or against you. Like it can be in your favor or it can be a negative to you. Like if you compounding the right things, then the right stuff will happen to you. But if you compounding the wrong things, like the activities you choose to partake in, you know, drugs, you compounding taking these drugs, or you know, just the little things. You know, it might be something little to you, whereas like you keep throwing a rock on a building every day. You keep throwing a brick on a building or something every day, and you keep doing this over a period of time. eventually there's gonna be so many bricks on top of that roof. It's gonna be so heavy it can't withstand that weight. And so the compound effect, if you keep adding these things day by day, which is just a brick to you, it'll compound. It'll make the whole roof cave in.
Man, that's something right there. That's powerful. What I imagine in my head when you say it, my aim in the road. You know how like when you have places where water drip over time, you know, concrete is hard, but you know, over a span of a year or 2 or 5 years, when that water been dripping, you'll start seeing a hole. That's because a small little water drop over time made that big hole. So if you can imagine that, that's basically how a compound effect works.
So what are you compounding? And is it in your favor or is it against you? Who are you hanging around every day?
Yes.
What things are you doing every day that's gonna affect you 5 years from now? So what are you doing today that's gonna affect you tomorrow?
You can also compound knowledge. You know, knowledge. You know, you're not gonna get smarter. You gotta get smarter every day. You know, so you gotta keep researching and you know using your brain and looking for things that you know interest you or whatever. And that also you know helps you be a better thinker, a better creator. You know, going and doing those little researches at a time actually help you see a bigger picture sometimes of what you want to accomplish.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing about the compound effect that it doesn't happen like immediately.
Exactly.
You know, like what Darren Hardy said is that like if somebody went and bit into a cheeseburger and they immediately got fat, they won't do it again. You know what I mean? But like you trying to eat a cheeseburger every day, like eventually like it's gonna compound over and then you'll be fat, but you don't see it right away.
Exactly.
You know? You just drop the same thing with success. You know.
He just dropped the jewel. Go check out Darren Hardy, The Compound Effect.
Oh yeah.
Find that audio book on YouTube.
Yeah. So are you saying that it's something like how you call the punch that it make that sweet punch, but if you have something punch. Oh yeah, you know
when you first start drinking that,
it's so good. You be like, let's keep going. Tell another one, you got your family, and when you realize
it compound over.
Oh yeah, you know,
you drink on your face.
You know, it started off with that first glass. You know, you didn't get drunk right away, so you said, "Oh, this feels so good."
It's too late.
You just keep going. And when you realize it, you say, "Oh, it creep up on you."
Yeah.
It creep up. You compound.
You had 5, 6 cups.
So the same thing can work in your good when it comes to like success. You know, like if you take this time to read 1 page of a book or 10 pages of a book a day, like over like a span of a year, you know, like it's probably about like 30 books or 300 books. You know.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, it's already working, you know, in your life. You know, everything you do,
take control of it.
It's compounding. So you just have to take control of it, you know, and have it compound the way that you want to compound.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Either way, it's gonna compound. Whether
either way,
good or bad.
Either way,
you know. So
as long as time is ticking.
Yeah. So all you have to do, you know, I think like Dre said earlier, what you want to do, you know, if it's a book, you know, you just decide just read a page one day. In fact, now it's so easier, you know, you must be like, man, boring is reading is boring. You know, so you just find you go to YouTube and just type in the book you want. You know, get your audiobook. It's gonna be free. You ain't gotta go to Audible. Just go to YouTube, type the book in. You know, get the book and just listen to just 10 minutes every day. You know what I'm saying? 10 minutes every day. It might take you a month, you know, to get through a book. It will take you, you know, a year to, you know, get through 12 books. But the information that you would gather, you know, from those books, will be enough, you know. Exactly. You know, even more than what, you know, what you have acquired, you know, going to a college, you know, for 4 years. You know, and you'll be around the path, because the more you listen to the book, the more your mind going to change, the more your mentality is going to change. And once you change your mentality, you know, you can change your life.
Don't take for granted the small wins, man. Celebrate the small wins, because the big wins happen, period. Unless you already established, as I'm sure somebody might watch this who y'all got millions in the whoever, you know, like, but you have to look at the small wins, because when you at the ground level, you trying to make your way up, like the big wins happen intermittently between that. So you get in small wins along the way, and then boom, it's like, man,
big win come.
Big win come. You like, all right, like I seen what I was doing back then working. Like, you know, I got that little job that turned into the medium-sized job, that turned into the big job. Now I'm getting other people little jobs, like, and all of that stuff adds up as you continue to move along your big goal. You can't say I want to have a high rise and you don't even have a house yet. You got to work with where you at. Like, exactly. Like build up from where you at, start small, but keep your big goal in mind. But understand you're not gonna get to that big goal without taking little steps to get
Compound
there.
effect.
Exactly.
You know, so compound effect also means that being consistent. You know,
Mhm.
you know,
Yes.
you know what you want, and what that brings me to to be able to look at we'll look at Coca-Cola factory. We see it's a huge freaking company. But when they started off their first year, they sold only 25 bottles of Coke. Just 25 bottles. But they didn't give up there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They kept working because if they would sell 25 bottles the next the first year, they would sell 50. They would sell 50 the next year. You know what I'm saying? And it also brings me to how we got started. When we just started flipping. Our first year was only one house. The second year we had a house that was stagnant for freaking 8 months almost. You know what I'm saying?
A whole year.
Yeah, almost a whole year. But after that second year, the next year when the 3 houses. And since then, we just been growing. So if we have not been compounding, that the little wins we had, be like, dang, it's we just sold one house, we ain't gonna do it no more. That's why somebody else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
got quit. But we kept going because we knew that if we start small, we can be. The Bible says. I got you after this.
I'm gonna ad lib on you, Big Mo. Go read the compound effect and learn about who Big Mo is.
Who Big Mo is? Yeah, the Bible says never underestimate. I'm paraphrasing. Never underestimate small beginnings. Because you gotta start small in order, to make it big.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
And once you get Big Mo
Behind you.
yeah.
But he only gonna show up after all that consistent work. Yeah.
Well, when Big Mo show up,
Big Mo.
it's up.
Yeah. If you want to learn where Big Mo is, go and read Compound Effect.
Yeah.
Big
Darren
Mo
Hardy.
be your best friend.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he's really cool.
Okay. So like speaking about
No, go ahead.
everybody been start,
No, go ahead.
speaking about Big Mo, so that's what people say when they say like he got famous overnight, or like all of his wins came overnight, but not knowing that it took all those little consistent steps for that like overnight success to happen.
Yeah. For sure. Like I said, it all go back to, I feel like your habits. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your habits are, like it's gonna show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like if you, and a lot of people relate to it as far as business, because I know I do. Like you were saying, like the first year y'all had like one house, and but the next year y'all had like 3 or whatever it was. I look at it like with pressure washing. Like we started off with like one little 65 Chevy truck and like a 2700 PSI pressure washer. And now today we got like 2 big. Exactly. No power steering, man. Oh my God. 3 on the tree. Yeah, man. So and we are expanding, but it took the time and the research to keep going. And basically the compound effect, if you're doing something good and you know where you want to be, just keep doing what you're doing. Those little things, and where you see yourself being in the future, you will get there, because it's going to take those little things to get there. If you don't do those little things, you ain't going to see anything grow.
People want success overnight, and it just don't work like that. And if you are getting success overnight, better watch out.
It's the lottery.
Better look out.
You know,
You don't have what it takes to maintain that success.
It's gonna go just as fast as it come, man. It's gonna go just as fast as it come.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. Well, I was about to say, just to pretty much wrap it up, what we're saying is to pretty much just keep going, keep striving what you're doing. Like I say, it all starts with your habits and the small things that you do every single day, whether it's good or bad. Hopefully it's good. It will. You will have a bright future. And if you are doing those bad things, try to hang around, like you say, the people that influence, people that you hang around really influence you. So if you want to turn over a new leaf or be a better person or be business-minded, hang around business-minded people. Soak up what they're doing, get that knowledge, and hopefully one day you'll have their knowledge, and then you teach somebody else.
Compound effect, you just, one life change a life, one life save a life. You got, I got something that I wanted to leave with y'all, is how to use the compound effect to reach any goal. Is you set and prioritize your goals. You start from smallest and go to the biggest. You write down all your tasks that are necessary, and make sure you got your checklist where you're checking each one of them off. You register what you are doing throughout the day. So basically, like we said, those little things that you're doing throughout the day, they compound into what happens by the end of the week. And last, I have you monitor your progress. So you know you want to make sure that you know you give yourself a pat on the back for the little things that you are doing, so you can get to that big goal. You know, and then you know you can pop the bottles once you get to the big goal.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you know, and I mean to add to that, you know, everything that you just listed, you gotta make sure you add self-discipline and good choices.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of times we don't. I'm gonna carry.
No, I'm about to say, so y'all rewind and get it, cause that was real good. Y'all rewind and get that.
But you know, the choices you make, that's what compounds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Everything that compounds
exactly.
is your choices.
Yeah.
You know, so if you was to, you know, at 10, let me backtrack. Like today, we here doing, doing this on this panel. It's a choice we made, you know, to give this information. You know what I'm saying? And the more we do this, we will become better at doing what we're doing, because it's going to compound. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we had a choice. You know, he had to drive 2 hours to get here. He had to drive about 30 minutes to get here. You know what I'm saying? We had a choice to make it either come here today, you know, and do this, you know, or be like, man, they just do another time, and you know, we could keep
This
on
lazy
keeping working.
Sunday.
Yeah,
We trying to get somewhere.
Exactly.
We trying to get somewhere.
You know,
Can't sit around.
so you know, so the choices you make, that's exactly what's going to compound. You know, so as you move forward, you know, even as entrepreneurs and you know, on those that aspire to become one, the choices you make will affect everything you do.
Yeah.
You may not see it today, you know, you make it today and be like, I see it, you know, but over time you will see it. Before I close my mouth, somebody, you know, I forgot who it was, but it was something I was listening to, and they said, if you, all the, I think it was 50 cents, you're saying that all the world established, you know, billionaires, they end up divorcing, you know, if, you know, and their wives end up taking half, you know, of everything they own or whatever it is. But something he said is that it don't just come to that once they get money, you know, they be willing to go. There were issues, you know, that they seen before, but they felt like, you know, it was easier or cheaper to keep her, you know, than to divorce her. You know, so they kept working, you know, and kept building, you know what I'm saying? And when they got to the point where they got so much money, they felt like, man, you know, I can't deal with this no more. She left with half. Money bad. You know what I'm saying? She left with half, you know, whereas if they had cut their laws, you know, back then, you know what I'm saying?
It wouldn't cost
it would not cost them, you know, cost them as much. You know, so everything you do, you know, whether you know it or not, it compounds.
Exactly, man. So that was really great, man. Really great topic. So I'm gonna leave y'all with this definition one more time. So the compound effect, which basically means the effects of small everyday choices will compound over time, leading to your success or disaster, depending on your choices. So leave it or take it. You know, I hope y'all out there doing the right thing, and we hope to see y'all in the future. Millionaires, you know, we out.
Future millionaires.
Like, enjoy the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Until
Follow.
next time.
Share.
Compound
Sure.
effect, Darren Hardy.
Ring the bell, listen to the book.
Read that
Yeah.
shit.
Don't forget, whatever you want us to discuss with our next segment,
Please.
leave a
Let us
comment,
know.
let us
Please.
know, and we will get you, not immediately, but sometime, you know, we'll get you.
Exactly. Y'all be safe. Be blessed.
Yeah.
What's up, Mastermind?
It's on.
Free.
Timer. Started. Something 7.
Punch push.
Good.
Right side.